What's 360 like?
It's a lot of work. I'm probably be in the best shape of my life after this tour.
I think with my music, that's really where I can just fall apart, you know?
If I don't have one, I can't fail. So that's really what it is. I think I'm just protecting myself.
This week on Headline Country. The name may be the same, but Jason Aldean's My Kind of Party Tour gets a big-time makeover to kick off the new year. Nashville Grammy nominees get their own kind of party. Kellie Pickler tests positive for 100 proof pure country. And New Year's resolutions from the stars. Plus, Jason Aldean shows us the offstage world of life on the road.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Aldean, and Headline Country on the Road starts right now.
Well, thank you, Jason. Hello, everybody. I'm Stormy Warren, and Headline Country starts with a trip to Greenville, South Carolina for the first date of Jason Aldean's 2012 edition of his My Kind of Party Tour. Same name as last year, but that's about the only thing that's the same. A new stage allows for a 360-degree view of the show, which includes American Idol runner-up Lauren Alaina and Jason's pal and old tour mate, Luke Bryan. It's a brand new year, brand new leg. Do you feel it's a different chapter starting right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I think the only thing that's the same about this tour, as opposed to last year's tour, is the name of the tour.
Baby, we ain't ever coming back.
The name's the same, but it's a completely different experience, I think, for people that actually saw the show last year. You know, if they come out this year, they're going to get a whole new show, so it's going to be cool.
In this crazy town.
There's new acts on the tour.
Y'all make some noise for Miss Lauren Alaina right here.
It's really cool to be able to put my set together of, you know, songs off of my album and to be able to promote myself and come out on the road with Jason and Luke.
Baby, is someone else calling you, baby?
Two of my favorite male artists, and I'm on the road with them, so it couldn't be any better.
You know, you typically have like managers and agents and lawyers work all this stuff out. And Jason called me up. He's like, "Hey man, you touring with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm touring with you." And he's like, "All right, well, we'll get it lined up." That's about it.
Take you for a ride on my big green tractor.
It was funny, I actually met Luke in a radio station in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we just kind of hit it off. We met in the lobby. I was coming in, he was leaving, and we just kind of met, started talking, and just kind of, you know, kind of had an instant friendship.
Shake it for me, girl, shake it for me.
Touring together 2 years ago, we were buddies, but you know, it's grown into really being a dear friend.
It's good to have somebody out here like that you're, you know, legitimately really good friends with, and plus he's just, you know, he's good for humor reasons. He keeps me laughing, so that's one reason I like having him around.
Y'all make some noise for Mr. Luke Bryan.
You guys have a special moment in the show, in this particular leg of the show. You jump off the main stage onto a little stage and just do whatever the heck you want. He told me the genesis of it was actually on the last night of the last time you guys were touring together.
Yeah, you know, we had been out on tour, and you know, a couple years ago, and you know, got kind of toward the end of the tour, we're like, man, we should have, you know, done something together on this tour. You know, got up on stage together or whatever, and you know, us being the two geniuses we are, we think of it the last week of the tour. The one thing I wanted to make it was where, you know, it wasn't a scripted deal.
We screwed it up every time.
Yeah, we're gonna mess this up, so y'all may want to YouTube this while you're at it.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a second to get your phones out.
People kind of get to see our personalities like that, and I think it's going to be fun. It's one of those things that you never know. Tonight's the first night, so it may suck, but I think it should be fun.
We went to a Jason Aldean concert and got drunk as a word I'm not supposed to say.
Lauren steps up onto the stage and fills in for Kelly Clarkson on your duet. I mean, she's doing okay?
She came in, you know, to rehearsals, and she was a little nervous, and I just kind of told her, she goes, well, I can sing it, but I don't sing it like Kelly. And I was like, well, I don't think anybody sings it like Kelly, but you know, but I just told her, I said, do it your way, you know, sing it the way you sing it. That's what I want to hear.
Don't you wanna stay here a little while? Don't you wanna hold each other tight? Don't you wanna fall asleep with me tonight?
I I just kind of took the song and made it my own. I didn't want to do exactly what she does just because it's her song with Jason.
I think it's going to be just another cool part of the show where I can kind of bring the opener, the opening acts up and kind of make them part of my show, which I think is really cool. And I think it should be a big moment in the show.
Don't you wanna fall asleep with me tonight?
The three of you, all from Georgia, all terrorizing the highways, starting off 2012. Was America ready?
Actually, I didn't even think about that until we already kind of had everybody in place, and then kind of realized we were all from Georgia. Obviously, I knew Luke was, but kind of had forgotten. Lauren was from Georgia too. So looks like I'm taking care of my home state, but that really wasn't. That was just kind of a plus.
Well, now that you know what to expect on stage, have you ever wondered what life is like backstage? Jason took me on a tour of some of the creature comforts the artists and crew enjoy at each and every stop on tour.
This is what it is. I mean, this is like home away from home, and everybody.
It's easy to see how you could get confused on where you are, because I mean, this is basically all you see.
Yeah, everything looks the same. Whiskey River is actually a bar in my hometown. And it's a bar that we used to go to all the time. It's one of the first places I ever got up and played music.
So the purpose of this room is just literally just kind of a hang.
We had some stuff made just so we wouldn't have to always be carrying bottles of water to in here. So we had, our own little liquor cabinet in here. And this is my head chef here, Mr. James Winters.
Hi, James.
Hi, how you doing?
Stormy, GAC.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So the menu changes daily?
This is the first show, so I don't know. I'll let you know tomorrow. If all that same stuff's still up there, that's not good.
Yeah.
Not good. This is our little coffee station for in the morning, which I'm never really up to come in here and drink coffee in the morning. So, this is kind of it.
It's great. I mean, it's a full-fledged restaurant.
This is our deal, and it's like a grab bag. You never know what you're going to get from day to day.
The food was fantastic, and the bar wasn't too bad either. Thanks to the entire Aldean camp for your generous hospitality, including our very own dressing room. That was a nice surprise. Jason's current single, Flyover States, will be the last from his monster album, My Kind of Party. He told me his work is already done for his next album, due out later this year. Coming up, the Grammys are still a couple of weeks away, but Nashville's large contingent of nominees have already started the celebration. The 54th Annual Grammy Awards are set to air live on CBS on February 12th. But long before music's biggest night, there was a pre-Grammy show party right here in Nashville. Our coverage of Music City's top nominees kicks off our look at some of the stories making country headlines this week.
Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party.
For the past 18 months, if there's been a party, there's been Jason Aldean. And a recent bash in Nashville honoring this year's Grammy-nominated artists was no exception.
What better way to end our year last year than to find out we were up for 3 Grammys? And as an artist, this is it. This is as big as it gets for us.
Not only is the superstar up for 3 golden megaphones, including Country Album of the Year, he's also getting to perform on the show with his Don't You Want to Stay partner, Kelly Clarkson.
I've never even been to the Grammys, so the fact that I get a chance to go to the Grammys, not only be there for the first time and experience it, but I also gotta get up and play too.
Don't you wanna stay here a little while?
But it's gonna be fun. I got Kelly there, and I'm sure she's done that whole deal before, so maybe she can give me a little advice.
You and tequila make me crazy.
Best Country Song nominee Kenny Chesney had more than just tequila to thank for his nomination. The singer's 2 dates for the night included Matraca Berg and Dina Carter, who first wrote and recorded You and Tequila over 10 years ago.
She recorded it, and then I recorded it, and then I had a friend of mine sing a male vocal just to give it another perspective, and somehow that got in this guy's hands.
One more is never enough.
We ended up making the Hemingway's Whiskey record, and I couldn't be more happier for these girls for writing it's a timeless, genreless song.
And don't look for George Jones to be playing possum come Grammy time. The living legend, who's being honored with a special Lifetime Achievement Award, is thrilled to be making the trip to Los Angeles for the big night.
I want to thank especially all our fans
that have stood by us through all the years. They took care of us, and I hope we did a little something for them.
Winners for the 54th Annual Grammy Awards will be announced live Sunday, February 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Well, Eric Church and his crew are surely celebrating with a drink in their hand, along with his Grammy nomination for Country Album of the Year. The singer's latest single, Drink in My Hand, has just become his career first #1. And the chart topper couldn't have happened at a better time, as the Chief has just kicked off his debut headlining tour, Blood, Sweat, and Beers, with a new second leg that will include dates running all the way into May. Well, it looks like the night isn't the only thing Lady Antebellum's Hillary Scott is owning these days. The newlywed has just been named one of 6 fun, fearless females of 2012, according to Cosmopolitan Magazine. The honor showcases professionals who have extraordinary careers and aren't afraid to take risks on or off the stage. And the stage is exactly where you can find Hillary starting this weekend when Lady A returns to the road with their Own the Night 2012 World Tour. Hit up headlinecountry.net for a complete list of dates. While Cosmo has its sights set on Hillary, it's Vogue magazine that's dropping everything for Taylor Swift. The 22-year-old superstar has just become the first ever country artist to strike a pose for the publication's prestigious cover. Along with a very eclectic photo spread, Taylor sparks readers' interest in revealing an article in which she opens up about life in the spotlight and confesses why she's currently single. Taylor's Vogue debut is on newsstands now. When we come back, a wide open chat with Kellie Pickler.
Well, it's been a long wait for Kellie Pickler and her fans. Her long-awaited third album is finally out. And if you're expecting the ditzy, unfiltered, spunky Southern girl we all fell in love with on American Idol, don't worry, she's still in there. But Kellie has also done a lot of growing up in the past 3 years. The result? An album filled with 100 proof, pure country music. We've got a legion of fans out there and a legion of supporters out there that have been just dying for this record to finally get out there. Have you been feeling that too? You've been just dying for this moment?
Yeah, I'm really excited to have new music out and new songs to put in the shows. Yeah. Because, you beat the same songs to death every night, all year. So it's good to be able to freshen it up.
You could also say that this 3 years has given you a great amount of time to find the right material, too.
Absolutely. And I've really spent so much time in the studio just learning as much as I can. And I've been able to write with songwriters that I've never met or written with before, that I'm a fan of their work, of songs that they've written. But just to be able to write with like Dean Dillon or Leslie Satcher, it was really, really amazing, and I was so honored. And I'm so proud of this album. I'm really, really, really excited about it.
When I popped this album in, there is a throwback sound to it. Is it just the influences that you wanted to play with?
Yeah, I think if you listen to my first 2 records, I don't think you hear really who truly inspired me to even do this. That's Dolly Parton, Loretta Lynn. Tammy Wynette is one of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with country music. So I feel like this is really letting people in, I think even more into my soul, really where it is.
It's interesting the way you put that, because it's like maybe with the last record, you thought you probably knew maybe a little bit more than you did, and this was a nice big learning experience for you to say, whoa, wow, yeah, I've got a lot of growing to do.
Oh, absolutely. When I first started when I first got on this big train, I was 19 and green, going off to Hollywood, LA for the first time ever, and which was scary because I'd never flown before. I just feel so much more grounded in who I am. I feel that I've grown so much personally and on stage and off stage.
Because of your confidence and the way you portray yourself on camera in the spotlight, A lot of people say you were just built for this business. But it's easy to be overwhelmed by this business. Is that where you were probably for a while? Just kind of, wow, this is a lot to be taken on.
I didn't grow up where my grandma bought all these, you know, tabloid gossip things, and that just wasn't in our home. So when I jump in this, and there's Facebook and MySpace and Twitter, and
everybody's talking about you.
Someone, they gave me some very, very good advice, was Miss Underwood, or Miss Fisher.
Yeah.
And it was, don't read anything. Don't read it.
How can you do that, though?
It's hard. It's honestly hard because I'm one of those people that I do care what other people think.
Sure.
You know, I want everybody to like me. People read these things too, and some of it they believe, and it could not be more fabricated. It's funny how you could read 100 great things, like "Go Kelly," or "I saw you." Yeah, I saw your video on JC, and it was, I loved it. And then one mean, evil comment, and that's like the only one that you remember.
I'm just a small town girl.
One of the most endearing qualities about you is your vulnerability and your sensitivity, and it's got to be hard to juggle a thick skin with the vulnerability.
I'm tough in some ways, and you know, softer in others. You know, I think it really depends on what it is. But I think with my music, that's really where I can just fall apart, you know.
You want a shy little thing, a pretty little high heel thing.
Are you having fun? Are you having fun right now?
I am. I have a great band. I have a great crew out on the road that works so hard, and I'm excited for us to get out on the road again this year and sing new songs, do this new record.
No kidding, because I mean, this is a whole new chapter.
Yeah, it is. I'm really looking forward to this year. I think 2012 is going to be the best 2012 could be.
Look for Kelly to continue dipping her toes into the Hollywood scene. Something tells me her small appearance on 90210 last year was just the beginning. 100 Proof, featuring the title track you may have heard on radio, is in stores now.
Still to come, the stars go public with their New Year's resolutions.
Finally today, since it is still January, it's not too late to lock down your New Year's resolutions. If you're still looking for yours, maybe we can help with a few suggestions courtesy of some of your favorite stars. What is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution.
Oh man, I haven't even got there.
I'm not making a resolution this year.
Man, there's just so many.
I don't really do New Year's resolutions.
I hear voices all the time.
See, if I don't have one, I can't fail.
Last year, I made a New Year's resolution to lose 15 pounds. And I was like, I'm never going to do that.
I just went, you know what, this year I'm not going to make a resolution.
I make resolutions when I realize that something ain't right in my life, no matter what date it is.
Everything is fine, fine, fine.
I don't want to be greedy and ask for anything more. So a New Year's resolution, it's like...
I think not being greedy is a good New Year's resolution. We'll start there.
Honestly, I'd love for the Pistol Annie stuff to really take off on another level.
Made me pretty, he made me smart, and I'm gonna break me a million hearts.
I just want to stay inspired and write some good songs next year and hopefully be talking about them here next year.
I'm hell on heels, baby, I'm coming for you.
That's my resolution.
So even though you think you didn't make a New Year's resolution, you just made a resolution.
Well, when you put it that way, I kind of sound dumb, and yes, I guess I did.
My New Year's resolution is to stay well and keep on working out there what I want to do.
Appreciating the fact that, you know, I have a pretty awesome life and smiling, you know.
Yeah, how about a yeah?
So now I got to think of something for next year, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm going to have to come up with one because everybody keeps going, you got to have something. So I got to find one. This is going to be the year. I'm going to make sure I've got one for this year.
Here's hoping all your wishes for 2012 come true. Next week, we're off to Coney Island in New York to catch up with Alan Jackson on the set of his brand new music video for a song some are already comparing to the George Jones classic, He Stopped Loving Her Today, considered by many to be the greatest country song of all time. big shoes to fill. We'll let you decide if Alan pulled it off. Until then, keep up with everything in country at our brand new and fully redesigned website at headlinecountry.net, including plenty of extra video content we can't stuff into our show. We'll see you there. Take care, everybody.
That's us holding hay in the field with the radio on. That's us heading straight into town when the work was done. In my mind, I can still see us now riding down Buck Island Road. It wasn't that long ago. We rode in trucks